Oh, why does the world gotta focus on such stupid, trivial shit all the time? Well, I mean, I guess I'm not one to talk. I'm about to talk about it myself, so I'm just being a hypocrite at this point. Alright then. Well, might as well address this stupidity before a bunch of you ask me my thoughts on it, and I know many of you are going to ask me what I think about this non-controversy, because that's what I consider it to be, so might as well beat you guys to the punch. Sorry, Shield Hero. Looks like we're gonna have to continue this adventure another day. On to this stupidity. So, I'm sure many of you have noticed, if you've been on Twitter for the past few hours, that Ariel was trending. And the moment that I saw that, I knew exactly which Ariel they were talking about. Not Ariel Winters, Ariel the Little Mermaid. I mean, just a few days ago, they casted Melissa McCarthy to be Ursula in the Little Mermaid live-action remake. So I knew it was only a matter of time before they announced who was going to be playing the coveted role of Princess Ariel in the Little Mermaid. Thus continuing this Disney Renaissance, live-action Renaissance. God, it really... That's an argument for another day. Let's get back on point. So, who did they cast as Ariel? It's this black woman named Halle Bailey. And yes, like everybody else, when I first saw Halle trending on Twitter, I'm like, Halle Berry trending? And I thought they said Halle Berry was going to be the Little Mermaid. A very interesting choice to make a 40-something-year-old Halle Berry play the Little Mermaid. Okay, I didn't see that coming. Although, for her age, she still can rock it. She could still compete with all the 20-year-olds out there. If they actually casted her as a Little Mermaid, I probably would have been fine with it. Although, I would really question it because Ariel, in my opinion, has the second best singing voice of any Disney princess. So, and I don't really know Halle Berry to be a good singer. I would have problems with that. Anyway, it's not Halle Berry. It's a woman named Halle Bailey, and I've never heard of her before. This is the first time I've heard of her. I know that she's part of some type of pop duo. I have no idea who they were, but okay, they casted her. And two things happened after this announcement. One, people confused her for Halle Berry, like myself. And two, people got all raged. Oh my God, they made Ariel a black woman. Oh, how could they do this? Oh, this stupid. Ariel should be white. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm here to just share my thoughts on the whole situation. And what do I think about them casting a black woman as Ariel? I don't fucking care. So what if she's a black woman? It's not like race really mattered in The Little Mermaid to begin with. Them being white in The Little Mermaid is completely incidental. It doesn't matter. So who cares if they casted a black woman? I have said for many years on this very channel that I am a proponent of meritocracy. I am a proponent of, are you the right person for the role? Are you the most deserving person for this role? If you are, it doesn't matter what your skin color is. It doesn't matter what your gender is, what your creed is. If you're the right person for the role, then you should get the role. That's where I stand. If Halle Bailey was the best person to audition for the role of the Little Mermaid, then she deserves the role. What does it matter that she's black? The only gripe, the only complaint I would have for this casting is if they casted her solely based on the fact that she was black. If they were trying to meet some type of diversity quota, or they were trying to change it up and say, okay, well, we need more like black princesses, so let's just take one of our more popular white princesses and turn her white, I would have a problem with that. That is something I would have a problem with because that goes against what I stand for, which is meritocracy. She got it not because she was the best fit for the role, she got it because she was black. And that's the problem that I would have. But it doesn't look as though they casted her because she was black. I would need to do more research, and if anybody has any evidence as to why or what, show me how she got the role, I would love to read it so I can be more informed. But as it stands right now, from what I have seen, I don't think they casted her because she was black. They casted her because she was the best fit for the role. She was one of the people that auditioned. She's the one that got the call back. she's the one that landed the role, and she's a pop singer, so she has some singing chops. Now, I'm going to probably look her up and see what her singing style is, because if they got someone that cannot do Ariel's octaves, I'm going to have a problem with that too. Ariel is one of the best Disney princesses, or no, not one of the best Disney well, she is one of the best, but she has one of the best singing voice of any Disney princess. The only person I personally think is better than her is Tiana, and we'll get to her in a bit. Don't worry, I'm going to address that stupidity as well. So yeah, I don't see a problem with it. I'm surprised. You know what I don't understand? Why aren't we complaining about the fact that they're even remaking the movie to begin with? And you all know how I feel about these Disney remakes. That should be the thing that's trending. Why are we still doing Disney remakes? Why aren't we talking about that? Why aren't we talking about the fact that we don't need a new Little Mermaid? The old one is fine. You all want to fucking pay attention to the casting announcements and the fact that it's coming. Oh, I can't wait to see it. I don't want to see it. In fact, I'm not going to see it. So really, doesn't matter what my opinion is, because it's not like I'm going to watch the Little Mermaid live action anyway. So I guess I'm just yelling into the void. Wink, wink. So now let's get to the other stupidity that came along with this announcement that Ariel is a black woman. So I also noticed on Twitter that Tiana was trending, and I already knew too why she was trending. You got a bunch of white people that are all pissed and tizzied saying, oh, well, if we're gonna make Ariel black, we should make Tiana white. And to those people I say, you missed the point of Princess and the Frog if you cast Tiana as a white woman. Her story wouldn't work if she was white. Did you watch The Princess and the Frog? Did you notice the subtle racism? Like, they were very subtle about it. Back in those days, they wouldn't have been subtle about it. But since it's a Disney movie, they kind of have to be subtle. But did you miss all the subtle racism, the sexism that happened in that movie? Blatant to me, or at least blatant to me, but very subtle. Like the scene where she's trying to buy her own restaurant. What did the guy say to her? A woman in your standing. Meaning, oh, because you're black, you know, we don't really feel comfortable selling you this property. You know, we don't think it's gonna work. You know, they were being coy and polite about it, but truly, if this was the real South in the 1920s, they would have told her, yeah, your ass ain't getting this. Your ass ain't getting this building. You take your ass back to the ghettos and slums where you belong. That would have been the truth right there. But again, they Disneyified it, so... if you didn't get that from Princess and the Frog, then you, my friend, missed a lot of the points of what Princess and the Frog was trying to tackle. And if you make Tiana a white woman, that story loses all of its impact. So, yeah, I don't agree with this thing of, well, you know, quid pro quo. If you're going to do this, we should do that. It doesn't make sense. Not to mention, look, I don't want to use this argument. I think it is not a great argument, but I'm going to use it for this situation. There are more white princesses than there are black princesses. Do you know what type of shitstorm you will start when you turn the only black princess that we have right now to a white woman? Do you know what type of shitstorm you're going to start with that? You're only going to feed the narrative that Hollywood is trying to whitewash characters that have a minority background. That's not something that Disney wants on their ass right now. They're trying to prove that they are diverse and that they're open to, you know, changing things around. You know, they're equal opportunity company. So of course they're not gonna do that. So just stop with it. And again, I don't want to see Tiana be a white woman. I personally loved her as she was. She's one of the best Disney princesses. She has the greatest singing voice of any Disney princess. Don't change anything about her. Don't remake that movie. So yeah, that whole argument about Tiana needs to be white since Ariel's black. And let's even address that. Ariel being white, as I stated before, is completely incidental. It doesn't matter that she was white. Her race had nothing to do with it. She's a fucking mermaid, guys. You really think that they cared about race down under the sea? No, they didn't. So what does it matter? Now, I'll give you this argument. If this movie takes place near a European country, the argument could stand that maybe the mermaids there would be more light-skinned complected. It's a weak argument, but I can see that argument. Other than that, I don't really see why it doesn't matter that Ariel is black. Like, when did race ever play a role in Ariel's world? It didn't. Race played a role in Tiana's world, but not in Ariel's world. So get off it. It doesn't matter. Let's talk about more interesting things, please. There's other things to talk about, like the ending to Spider-Man Far From Home is more interesting. It should be more buzzworthy than they casted this woman no one really knows of as Ariel. So yeah, those are my thoughts on it. Maybe you agree, maybe you disagree. Let me know in the comments. Really, at the end of the day, to me, it's just a moot point because I hate Disney. These Disney live-action remakes of classic Disney animated films. So I already hate the movie right off the bat because they're doing it. I don't hate any of the actors or actresses. I don't hate the casting. I think it's perfectly fine. I just don't see why we need to do it. I rather Halle, I combined her first and last name, Halle Bailey be casted in a new Disney princess role. Something that she could call her own. The fact that now she's been casted as Ariel will just open her up to criticism and people comparing her to the past Disney princess. And that's not fair to this young actress / singer. I don't want her to have to deal with that, to have to live up to her predecessor, like being covered in the shadow of her predecessor. That might hurt her career, that might hurt her confidence. I don't want that for her. I want her to thrive. So why not just give her a new princess role to do? No, we just gotta remake it. That poor girl. I really feel bad for her. I wish her the best. Hopefully nothing bad comes of it. Anywho, that's all I really have to say. If you let me know what you guys think about this stupidity in the comment section below. I am working on the Shield Hero series, as you probably saw at the beginning. So yeah, and then I'm working on 2 new series, so stay tuned for that. And if you'd like to join my Discord, there's a link in the description. We'll continue the conversation there if you'd like. I kind of stated my piece. I don't want to go any further on it. I want to move on from this stupidity. Anywho, thank you guys for listening to my rage, my rant. And if you'd like to see more videos of this channel, be part of the Black Critic Crew, please hit that subscribe button below. Like this video if you really enjoyed it. I'm Tony Y II. Sick and tired of these Disney remakes as the Black Critic Guy. Till then, peace, YouTube. Gee.